7, knocking out Burgess. Ed Cushing in with a time of 60.1. So it's O'Malley, Barrett, Garden, and Wetzel done for the day. Overall, we're going to take the course to mix things up, but like now, O'Malley holding on to the top of 84 points. Good place?
I sound like you're in the trophies. I can't quite hear.
Last turn sucked.
Yeah. Did you have fun and crank the show?
Yes. Who won today? You or me?
You did. You got me by 4/10 at the end.
So taking the win in STR from Weathersfield, Connecticut in the Carlson Motorsports S2000 on Handcoops. The margin of victory, 6/10 of a second. Rick Barbado in the second spot, falling 6/10 shy from Northville, Michigan in the Power Flood S2000, also on Handcoops. Matthew Braun and the on the podium. He had the lead for a while from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The Evasive Motorsports S2000, Colin Keebler on Dunlaps with a great last run, moving all the way up to 4th from Oceanside, California. On Toyo Tires, Tires and Yoshiki FRS Sport Remax A3 S2000. Jonathan Lugau, who's as high as second for a while. He's falling to 5th from Trevor McCann, California. Also in the OS Area with Max Beyond, says 2010 Onishi. His co-driver Nick Beyond in the 5th spot. Marcus Walker, Ricky, Leeds, Irish, and Lynn also taking home trophies, rounding out the field. Actually, Lynn in 12th, Lynn, Endicott, Shannon Road, Lee, Neal, Dunham, Davies, Leslie, Walker, Valero, Leclerc, Davis, Rogers, Horton, Chin, Al, Gravely, Walker, Johnson, Murak, Bender, Manrique, Calder, Heaton, Bailey, Easton, Bolt, Derek, Cornish, and hopefully Ron Battles our victors and new recipients of the red jackets. Again, everything I tell you unofficial. Please wait for the official standings in the Lincoln Driver Center. In FSP, a fantastic battle, and when all the smoke cleared, taking the win from Greensboro, North Carolina, at the starting line, EvoSchool.com, 3-3, your 2014 national champion in FSP, David O'Malley, in the second spot, only 84,000 back from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Those are Romans in Georgia, CRX, that's white and yellow.
Get what we can charging.
He was in second for a while, had the lead for a bit, but fell 3/10 shy.
got back in it, and it pushed, but I just stayed on the gas. No. I did. For the next turn, I did not brake. Just went way up the ball. Thank you.
Just opening. About 45 minutes to walk. Check in for your work assignment. Hopefully Ron will be bringing our victors over here. That'll get close. Get wet. You don't have to get on stage and Ron gets to do that. Help me put stuff that shouldn't get wet from the start.
All right, thank you, Eric, for that wonderful announcing all through the first two heats. Hopefully we're going to have our winners up here shortly. I've asked them all to come up here. Obviously they have a little bit of excitement going on, talking to all their competitors. Some great
Okay. What? Timber?
Over there in FSP, we ended up with, the talk was 4 different cars to be the top 4 spots, and it's not just 4 different cars like, 3 S2000s and an MX-5 type of deal. We're talking about a 323, a CRX, a 2002, a Scirocco, and hey, we even then get a Rabbit. Yep. The top 5 there. So I'm going to, once he gets his business taken care of here, talk to David O'Malley. It is O'Malley. All right. So David, yesterday coming up here, and you may have heard that I ran the DSP years ago. That's where I started at. That's kind of what this class is the old DSP to some degree.
If you slow down so much, it feels painful.
But what is allowed in the different cars. And walking up there and seeing the 223, I kind of looked at that, and I have to admit it, I hate to admit it, I was just kind of like, that's an interesting choice of the national championships. And you put yourself into, it was the second position at the end of yesterday, and fell back a little bit on first runs today, but then really started putting the hammer down and get over. You guys were talking about some handling issues you were dealing with. Why don't you talk me through, kind of what yesterday was, and then how you started out today and where we ended up at?
Thank you. I'm going to walk with her.
The only person that would protest if you gave away a bad transmission.
walk in here. Stay with the car.
Took some rebound out of the front to push out on that front turn, which was pretty brutal on the first two runs. Made a really good run on the second. Pretty stupid. So just kind of went out there and like that, fixed a little stupid mistake, and pretty much did that. Missed the gas pedal on the final turn. That was kind of frustrating. And it was not what I thought I needed.
All right, so speaking about that, first of all, I want to, just to go on what you were talking about there a moment ago, not getting your foot on the gas pedal at the finish. We get used to being able to really accelerate through finishes, and this one isn't really that way. And so I got to say that, you know, missing the gas pedal may not necessarily have been as bad as it could have been, just because of the fact that, you know, a lot of people were pushing out there at the finish. What I want to talk about a little bit, though, is I don't know if everybody had heard, but how long have these shocks been on the car?
We drove on it for the first time in the practice.
So that's awesome. But what is, have you won a championship before? Won a Pro Solo championship. What's your best national event finish? 5th place in ST and bringing home the win this year. So great job to you. And boy, I tell you that the difference in cars in this class is just amazing. And seeing 5 different cars in the top 5 is very impressive. Are you the one that built the car, or is it Justin's car?
It's Justin's car. It's been a Mazda guy through and through.
All right, well, thanks and congratulations again. We'll see you up on stage tonight. That was David O'Malley from Greensboro, North Carolina, and starting line EvoSchool.com. Thanks, Justin. 1991 Mazda 323 taking the national championship here in FS3 in 2014. Congratulations to him. Congratulations to all the other competitors in the class. Again, great battle going on. David taking the win over Steve Merritt's by just 84 thousandths of a second in the CRX. And James Darden right there all day. Unfortunately, Cone's fast run, it would have put him up in the top spot. But Cone's do matter out here. And James Darden, that 2002, looking awfully quick all day. So, I see Nick Barbado wandering his way over here. Hopefully we'll get Tracy Lewis here as well soon. By the way, for those that have been wondering, SCR finally has updated on Solo Live now that the competition is over. But SCR, once I get it pulled up on my screen here, had 41 drivers. We're giving out 11 trophies tonight in that big class. And we have one driver in MX5 that showed both days that car could get it done. Unfortunately, had some dirty problems out there. The guy that takes the win hails out of Wethersfield, Connecticut, in the car sets of these Motorsports 2008 Honda S2000 CR. That is Nick Barbado. Nick, you pretty much showed right off the bat yesterday that you were definitely the guy to contend with there. Tell me about what you thought about yesterday's course to start us out here.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, well, okay, I'm sorry, I have to say hello again to my girlfriend, Amy. I love you, I'll be home in a couple days, and I'll get really drunk tonight. Okay, don't worry. Yeah, you know, I loved yesterday's course. It was very challenging. Even an awesome course. There was a lot going on over there where I don't know if there's much time in the game with flying for anticipation of time, but there was lots of those something came quick and you didn't look ahead. It really punished you, and having that freaking
course. And unlike yesterday's where there was some really good cross sections, obviously today there were as well. But there seem to be more opportunities to get punished over here on this West course. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. The course seemed like an East Coast course. Singers in a couple of these awesome courses on the East Coast. It kind of felt a little bit more at home. East Coast guys would come up and tell me, say, hey, you're gonna love that West course, and I did. But I'll be honest with you. Coming along the back stretch at the top of the course, right towards the grass, section, offset, tight ball. I was terrible. I had like nightmares of that section last night. And I was talking to my co-driver, Noel, who was like, man, I think I can take a flag. He was trying to take a flag. He had to go. He was like, no, man, you can take a flag. So, yeah, I was like, okay, thanks for referring my team to kind of get into the recon for me there. So, thanks, Noel. So, in that section, I kind of breathed and drag breaks. That was the one section they
So now you started out today with probably what was the fast time period raw time, 59:01, and then you kind of had to work your way back down to that. Essentially, your second run was fast enough to take the win, but then you were able to go out and pull off some more time on that last one. What were your thoughts heading into run 3? Did you think that you had it nailed down at that point, or did you think you still needed to go for it?
Oh no, Motanishi is a national champion driver. He has had an awesome pace all weekend. A 2:10 lead in this class is nothing. So I went out there, and it was like this entire weekend. It was a measured, not completely ball to the wall. Sometimes that's kind of a natural thing. You want to do that, like on fire, but you take a lot of risks. So it's okay. A few tenths lead going into the final run. I knew what the time was, and I pushed where it was the lowest risk possible. But I felt that I would have to improve at least a couple of tenths if I was going to hold off Ken, because I felt he was going to do it. So there's no way I felt comfortable at all.
All right, well, great job, and we talked about it yesterday that it's kind of advantageous to be pitted right next to Ken because you didn't have to go out there knowing what you needed to do or that you'd already won, basically. Matthew Braun pulling himself up into that second position as it turns out today, and that was somebody that you were able to watch take to the course, and so you knew where he was, but as you noted, Ken Motanishi, who was right behind you on course, you had no idea what he was going to do. You never can count that guy out. But great job. Nick Barbero taking the SCR National Championship here in 2014. Awesome, man, awesome. You're welcome. And I believe we got Tracy Lewis now pulling up behind us here. ENC Prepared Ladies. Tracy, you came in today with the lead over your daughter, and it was watching you watch her on her third run as she came into this final turn, and I kind of heard talk from different people back there. Our announcer was talking about, well, she needs a 60, whatever it was, and then she popped in with a 59, I believe it was, and moved herself in front of Donna Bartling, and then Donna then came right in behind her and took it back by 95,000. You knew basically the moment that Donna came in, you already won. Tell me what was going through your mind at that point? How did you feel?
Well, honestly, I wanted to go out, I wanted to go out and meet my daughter, and then I wanted to go out and make sure that I put a good run down so that I could make sure that I was close to the guys today, because that's my gauge at home, and I didn't really do either. But I'm very excited. This is my first national championship, and I'm very disappointed for my daughter. She is walking around with a very long face. But it's her second nationals ever, and to have been in second place after the first day is awesome. And she'll be back, and hopefully next year, maybe we'll get her walk across the stage. So I was telling my husband that I wish I could have been that disappointed at my second nationals, but I worked out.
Throw a couple times back there.
Yeah, so it's been a kind of fantastic experience for both of us. We had that first day. I'm related to people in the city
So that is a good point that you made. Alyssa did end up raw timing you today, and actually more than just raw time. She beat you straight up for today. But obviously you came into the day with a good lead from yesterday, and Don Bartley putting down fast time in class today, but it really takes 2 days. And you put it together. I mean, you didn't even need the third run today. You had it done on the second run, and that's very impressive to have that happen. CP is one of those classes that I haven't really paid a lot of attention to in the past, and having built my own car, it's become more and more exciting for me to look at other cars that people have built and everything, and see what they've done, and see the craftsmanship in it and everything. You guys have done a great job with that car. What did you think about today's courses compared to yesterday's?
I agree that this course is a very much
Took us right down to the bottom. Took us right down to the bottom.
that we have on our courses at home over there, and it's very similar to something at home. Lots of tire slaloms. So very similar to concrete
All right, well, congratulations again, Tracy Lewis, the 2014 Sea Prepared Ladies National Champion. Way to go. All right, so that puts us well into the middle of our lunch break here, and we're going to keep working our way through. I'd imagine that the East Course is probably getting fairly close to moving into their third heat. But over here on the West Course, for the third heat, I've got to remember who I've got. I've got Cartmod over here. I've got the CAM classes. I've got, here's one of our Cartmod drivers right here. You are sitting in third spot right now, Larry Cloud, and just 7/10 out of the top spot. Why don't you just kind of give us a little bit of a recap of what you thought yesterday did for Cartmod, and then kind of what your feelings are for today on this West Course.
Yesterday, I think Paul Russell came out and did not put the time down. We all kind of felt maybe Bill Weston and Wendell, myself, we got the lady. Maybe we can keep this as a close game coming in today, but Paul went on the third run and got the one we all wanted, and just hit again. And that's really giving them that 6-minute lead on the Wendell. It's a big gap. I'm only a 10 behind him. Honestly, today I think like the one great call. If I could do that, there's the rain is. I thought maybe that would be an opportunity, but that rain didn't come through. But I think overall, the attack, 2 on down to 9. You get down to about 8, 9, very quick, very experienced car driver, sitting right now in the 8th or 9th. 8th, right? Just about a dollar, 7. He's in a good shot. This is a good course for that kind of car that doesn't take much power. Really, it's still a decent course. The work at this point is trying to chip away and keep it kind of get close to it.
So, speaking of your supposed Superman there, this year was kind of a different way of doing things for the sports car write-up article, and instead of choosing who the winners were going to be, they kind of highlighted some people and said who the people were to beat in some of the different classes, and in some cases there were classes where it was like, here's 6 names, they're all guys to beat. Paul Russell was one of the featured guys, and he was on the cover, I believe, with a cape on. And how did the rest of the Cartmod class feel about him getting such action there in that article?
Well, everybody covered my well, 2 sides of it. One is, hey, it's great exposure for Cartmod. We've been looking for this opportunity. We all noticed when we get to the end of the weekend after a pro solo and some great tight competition that we don't get a mention. We all kind of feel like, hey, why not us, why not us? seeing Paul on that cover really was like almost like a stamp of approval for the class and the maturity that we have to have a guy who's now 5-time defending, 6-time overall, to have that get that thinking straight. On the other hand, we're competitors with egos. Some of us here holding microphones with pretty big egos. Wait, wow, that really sucks to see that guy up there. But you know, it is what it is. Like I said, a great opportunity and certainly good exposure. We've got 32 in this biggest mod class, like 7th biggest class overall for the entire week. We are doing very well. If you want to go cheap and fast, if you want to go buy a $5,000 car, $200 set of tires, and go nearly B-mod speed, Kart Mod's the place for you. And you got to wrench a little bit, but everything's a little 13mm nylon nuts and some zip ties. So it's okay. It's going to work on the engine 10 minutes faster than
Because we didn't want them to get wet. The one with the little, like, solid blade on it? That's mine. Yeah. That one works best. He left mine up there. It's got the bigger, better blade. But that one works like fucking... The bigger, blacker deck. That one works like fucking butter through that
And
shit.
I like that mantra of why not us, since that was the mantra of my hometown Seattle Seahawks.
You know how to do this?
Super Bowl champions.
Okay.
We're going to be
show
showing
you.
in the pits tomorrow night, by the way. That first game of the season for everybody is tomorrow night.
I'm not driving this car. Here, we're going to be cutting the OPR off of that.
We'll see what happens in that.
So what you do, get your ass under here basically. See this shit right here? Yeah. Cut it off. Just get the worms off. Don't. Do what I'm doing, okay? Just watch you for a minute. Yeah, that little blade works like fucking butter. What? It really doesn't work that good. You have to get it in there a little bit. Well, it doesn't. All it wants you to do is go down. Get it where it's flat on the bottom. You're pushing. Stuff like that. Skim it. that one. See if it works better. There's some OPR. Oh shit. There you go.